Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I decided to work on something I enjoy doing most, crawl, and I decided to work on my Orient Express set. Now this is the bracelet and I made a matching charm. This is just a charm to do anything you want with it, but I basically made it to go with our interchangeable earrings. So I'll do this sometime in the future, but today we're gonna work on this bracelet. Look how gorgeous it is. This is a very simple bracelet. This is a straightforward claw. The way it looks quite fancy, but it's just some of the beads in the claw we changed to bugles, and that's how you end up with this. It looks like a train track, that's why I just called it Orient Express, and I added this bicones, so it looks really blingy. I really like it. And at the end I ran out of some black bicones and added some really nondescript ones, so don't tell anyone. Anyways, this is a very simple, easy bracelet with very simple ingredients you probably have home. So you'll need some bugles. You can use any size bugles. The difference will be, see how thick it is? Depending on how long or short your bugles are, it will either be shorter, thinner bracelet or longer bracelet. Here I used 11/0 check twisty bugles. Looks pretty. But today I wanted to use this. I had this bugles for a while. They are 25mm vintage, I don't know, old, antique, whatever you call them, bugles. Oh, they're stuck now. But I'll get them out later. They are like royal blue check. So I wanted to see how it looks like with this. And you're gonna need some this red seed beads. They're 8/0s. Here I used Miyuki. Today I'm gonna use Toho, so it doesn't really matter. Even if you use check seed beads, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. So I'm using this gold with my royal blue, and then here I used 3mm bicones, but I couldn't figure out what colors would go best here, so I decided to use 3mm pearls instead. So I want to see how it looks like with the pearls. I thought to use like really green bicones here, but I don't think I have enough, so pearls it is. And then you just need toggle clasp, beading needles. I'm gonna be using size 10, scissors to cut your thread, and I'm not sure how big the holes are in this pearls, so I'm gonna use Nymo size B, which is like thinner than size D, so I'm gonna use that. And that's basically it. Usually I would use a sharp pick with a claw, but because we are using bugles, it's gonna be pointless, so we just have to do it with our hands. And I'm gonna thread my needle with comfortable length. You will have to add a lot here, and depending how big or small your bugles are, it will depend on that as well. Here I think I used 8 yards or something like that. So if you don't know how to add thread in a claw, I will leave a link in the description box to a short tutorial where I show you how to add thread to a claw, how to get rid of the tail, so go ahead, check that out. So I'm gonna thread my needle with about 2 yards and then we'll get to work. So let's go ahead and get to work. As you can see, because I added this 3mm's, see it doesn't straighten out, it kind of has a curve, so that's kind of nice, you know, it's just really nicely goes around your hand. And I'm gonna leave about 12 inch to my tail to add one side of the clasp, so we're gonna start straight away from the bottom, work all the way up. I'm gonna show you how to add one side of the clasp, second side you can add yourself because it's gonna be identical. So let's get to work. First I'm gonna pick up one bugle, 1/8/0, and I have to repeat it again because my bugles are so big. One bugle, 1/8/0. I'm gonna drop it down. See how long my bugles are? Aren't they gorgeous? I was looking forward to using them, and I think this bracelet will be perfect to showcase their beauty. And then I'm gonna drop it down, leave a tail of 12 inches to add one side of the clasp, and I'm gonna make a couple of overhand knots. So I like usually to make 3 so everything stays in place. So this is gonna be the floor unit of our claw. Now I'm gonna take my needle through the first bugle. So this bugle is going to be the first floor bead. I'm gonna pick up 1 8-0, 1 bugle, 1 8-0, and then go through the same bugle through the other side. Oh dear, see how long my bugles are? My needle is lost, so I just have to take it out, drop the beads to the thread, and then go through the bugle. Gosh, first time working with this kind of long bugles, and I'm just looking forward to see how it looks like at the end. Okay, just pull it nice and tight, and then I'm gonna go through the second bead of the floor, which is this 8-0. Pick up 2 8-0s, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor unit. Pull the thread, go through the third bead of the floor, which is our second bugle. Pick up 1 8-0, 1 bugle. Now I'm gonna drop it down, and then I'm gonna go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Pull your thread nice and tight. And then I'm gonna go through the last bead of the floor and up the side of the first wall. Pull your needle through. Pick up 1 8-0. Go down the side of the last wall, straight through the floor unit, and then you can go straight up this bead as well. And then pull your thread nice and tight. And while you're pulling your thread, make sure you kind of let all the beads we added kind of fall to the top, like this. And then where you're coming out now, just go through the bugle. So we are basically now connecting the ceiling. Go through the top, 8-0 here. Go through the bugle. Go through the top 8-0 here, and back through the first bugle we went through. And basically we are done with our first unit. Look, see the sides? You can tell this is craw. It's just kind of confusing when you are doing it with bugles. But we just finished our first craw unit. And from now on top of this is gonna get pretty simple craw, and I'll show you a couple times how to do it, because I can imagine it can be a bit confusing to see how it looks so different. So here I am coming out of the bugle. So this bugle is the first floor bead, this 8-0 is the second floor bead, this bugle is the third, and this 8-0 is the fourth. So we just build our walls on top of each one. So I'm gonna pick up 1 8-0, 1 bugle, 1 8-0, drop it down, go through the same bugle my thread's coming out of, go through this second floor bead, which is 8-0, pick up 2 8-0s, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor, go through the third bead of the floor, which is our second bugle, pick up 1 8-0, 1 bugle, drop it down, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the bugle, go through the last floor bead and up the side of the first wall, pick up 1 8-0, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor, and up the side of the first wall and connect the ceiling by going through all those beads at the top. So top bugle, top 8-0, top bugle, top 8-0, and the top bugle, the first bugle we went through. So look, we have 2 units ready. See? I'm gonna show you 2 more times, but a little faster now. Okay, and then from there you can continue on your own. You just keep on repeating same steps over and over again. Every single unit is done the same way. So I'm gonna pick up 1 8-0, 1 bugle, 1 8-0, drop it down, go through the first floor bead. That's where your thread's coming out of right now. Pull your thread nice and tight. Go through the second floor bead. Pick up 2 8-0s. Go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Go through the third floor bead. Pick up 1 8-0, 1 bugle. Drop it down. Go through the side of the last wall and straight through the floor. Go through the last floor bead, up the side of the first wall. Pick up 1 8-0, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor. Up the side and connect the ceiling. Gosh, I'm already running out of thread. Look how much it's using up with this long bugles. So I think I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna let you continue on your own. So you just keep on repeating the simple steps over and over again. Look, it's taking shape. I already have 3 units. So you just keep on repeating until you have your required length. Make sure you leave space for your clasp, and we'll take it from there. So I have my full length ready, and look, isn't it gorgeous? Now I will show you how to add a clasp on one side, and then you can do the second side on your own, and then we're gonna embellish it with our pearls. I forgot to mention in the beginning, you will need a bit of 50-0. And this one, see here, the black 50-0, I used to match it, black 50-0, I used to match it the embellishment bead, which is black bicones. So in this bracelet, because I'm using white pearls, I'm gonna use white 50-0. Well, at least they're pretty close. This is more cream-ish. So here I am coming out of the bugle. I have to come out of the 8-0. Now the amount of 50-0 you add depends on how long is your bugle. You want to take it enough to go halfway through and a bit more. So let me go ahead and take maybe about 15 50-0. So I took 18 50-0, and look how far it goes. See, this is approximately how you want it. You want it to go further than the half of your bugle. So 18 50-0 and then 1 8-0. Drop it down. Then I'm gonna go through one side of the clasp, so I'm using the toggle here. And then I'm gonna go down through the 8-0. See? And then again pick up 18 50-0. So I picked up 18 50-0, and here I am. See the 8-0 your threads coming out of? Just come out through the other side. And this is what it looks like. And then I'm gonna go ahead and reinforce it. Go through all the 50-0 here. Go through the 8-0, through the clasp, back through the 8-0, and all the 50-0 on the other side. and then back through the 8-0 here. That's it, one side is done. Now I'm gonna take my thread through the bugle, turn it around, go through the 8-0, pick up 18 50-nose, so 18 50-nose, and then 1 8-0, drop it down, take it through the clasp, back through the 8-0, so that's what it looks like, and again 18 50-nose, 18, and then see where I am, back through the 8-0 at the bottom. Pull your thread nice and tight and reinforce. Back through the 8-0 and through the other side of all those 50-nose. And back through the 8-0 at the bottom. That's it. That's how you add one side of the clasp. Now you go ahead, add the second side of the clasp, same way on the other side. So don't get rid of the tails, just leave them as they are, and then I'll meet you back here. So I went ahead and added the second side of the clasp, and by just looking at those white seed beads, I think I made a good choice by decided to add white pearls because I kind of like the contrast here. So I added this side of the clasp, and my thread's coming out of the side 8-0. I'm gonna take it to this one. And here, see all these top 8-0s on there? I'm gonna add 1 pearl between each one of them. So pick up a pearl, go through the next 8-0. Pick up a pearl. It doesn't have to be pearls as long as it's just a 3 mm bead. You can use anything really. Go through the next one. Pick up a pearl, go through the next one, and continue like that until you reach the last 8-0 on top there. And look, one side is added, and look, it's already curving, so I can't really put it straight anymore. So see? Now here I am, I added the last one here, came out of the 8-0. I'm gonna go through the bugle, go down this 8-0 and add the pearls on this side. And once you are done adding the last pearl, just get rid of all your tails. Don't just, you know, make knots or just go through some beads and get rid of the tail. Use up whatever length you have left by going through the beads. Just reinforce your work. Just remember, we used bugles, they tend to have sharp ends, so you know, reinforcing your work is not gonna hurt. So once you're done adding the pearls, reinforce with the remaining threads you have and get rid of the tails. So here they are, my gorgeous Orient Express bracelets, and look how different they are. It's the same process, but because of the beads, because of the size of bugles, they look completely different. Look, here clasp is much smaller, here is much bigger because of the size of bugles. You know, you had to add that many 50-nose, but even that looks, it looks pretty cute. I'm really loving this version. I think I'm gonna keep this, but this one I think I'm gonna take apart. I'm not a big black and red fan, but I don't know, I might keep it, we'll see. It looks very fancy with the bicones, but this one looks so elegant. I really like it. I'm loving the color combos as well. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, guys, and I'll hope you'll follow it. And by the way, I created a group called Kara's Beaders, if you don't know about it. go check it out. There I've added all my tutorials, and it has this unique thing where you can actually follow your own progress. You can, you know, tick tutorials that you've already watched and done, so you can always see which bracelets you have created, which you haven't. So yeah, it kind of gives you an opportunity to keep track of what jewelry you have or not. Unfortunately, it's only for my tutorials, so you'll be able to follow your progress following my tutorials and making my jewelry. So I hope you don't mind that, and the link is in the description box. So see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.